Hello everyone, welcome to Video for Sure. Today we're going to see COVID-19 spread data analysis project. We are going to do data analysis on the COVID-19 record and let's start. For that you need to import few libraries. So I am doing the same. Import request, import pandas. This pandas library is used to read data in the form of data frame from Excel sheet. Import request is used to read data from the URL. That URL is mentioned. So we have a COVID-19 data. In my previous lecture, I have shown you this COVID-19 record, and this is our data set. This data set is available in this website, uh, http API covid19india.org. So if you go to this covid19india.org website, let me show you. Once you click on this website, you will get this details here. Here you can see these are the link from where you can download dataset, and we have downloaded the same here. So we will going to read the data directly from this link instead of downloading it into your local system. So here to read the data from the URL, we have imported this import request. This import request is used to read the data from URL. So instead of downloading the file, you can directly read the data. Pandas is used. It is used to read data in the form of data frame. So it is used to read data in the form of data frame. Then you need to import some other libraries. Import JSON if there is any JSON file, and import CSV. In this, we are going to read CSV data. So I will going to suggest you to read CSV file. This is to read a CSV file. To read CSV data, we need to import this library. So here, let's run this. So you can see here, this right tick mark means it is successfully executed and there is no error in this. So it is run successfully here. Now in my next cell, I will going to tell you how you can read the data. So when you want to read the data, for that, what you need to do, create one new cell, then raw one variable I'm creating here. Then I will going to read the data. Okay, let me create as PD, the short name of this library. Rerun once again. So I will going to use, instead of pandas completely, I will going to use PD, then read CSV function because I wanted to read CSV file. And then inside this, I will going to give the URL, the data that I wanted to read. So here, if you see there are a lot of files are here, you can pick up any one file and you can start reading from that. In my previous lecture, I mentioned these are the data set. So I will going to use this URL. I will copy the link and I will going to paste it here. Once you will going to paste it here, if you want to read some more file, then you can create some more variable. I am creating like raw2. Here I will going to read another file. For that also you can go to this raw data 2 and you can copy this link and you can paste it here. I will going to do it for 3 files. You can give any variable name. I have given raw2. You can give raw data 1, raw data. You can give anything here. So anything you can use it. Here the raw data 1 variable is there. You can take any variable. then pd dot read csv. Then inside this, I will going to pass that this URL. So here you just pass this URL, and then just now what we need to do it, we can read these three files, but now here I will going to combine that. So here we have read a three file. Now I wanted to combine all these files so that we can get a single file. For that, we need to use one predefined function that is called concat. This function will going to concat the content of all this file. So I'm passing here the name of file raw1, raw2, and raw3. These are the name of my file. So this concat function, what it will going to do, it will going to just concatenate the content of this file. Now we are going to save the file in another format or with another name. So I'm just calling full data.toCSV function. This function then once you concatenate all the file in a single file, you are supposed to save it some one format, save it in another format. So here I'm going to concatenate and convert it into the CSV file. So for that I'm using two CSV function, and I will going to give a name. Let me give a name like patient data.csv. I mean to say that here I will going to concatenate the file and then save it in a single file with the name. And here I will going to make index false because I don't want false, means I don't want index. So I have just taken index false, and I will going to run this. So it is giving some error. Okay, two underscore is there. Sorry, I have taken two CSV. Here we need to use two CSV. Now let's run that. Now see, it is run successfully. Now I wanted to see my data. So for that, what I will going to do, I will going to print the content of this full data variable, full data dot shape, to just check how many rows I have in that. So it is having almost, after concatenation, it is having 38,203 rows and column, 22 column. If you remember, I shown you yesterday that in the single table we have almost 16,000, almost 17,365 rows. In this table, raw data 1, I have almost 17,365 rows. So here, once you concatenate the content of three files, you will going to get almost 38,000 rows, 38,203 rows, and 22 column. So which function do we use that? We're going to use dot shape function to check the number of rows and column. Now, if you want to see the data, how you can use that? To see the data, you can use full data and run this. So you can see the data. Sorry, let me reduce this. So you can see the data here. It is coming in the form of tabular format, right? You can see the column, data, column. These are the data. this is a column, this is a data, this column, this is a data, for this column, this is a data. This NaN is not a number, means this column is either empty or doesn't having any value. Let me show you. If you check this, in this fourth column, it doesn't having any value here. So it is showing NaN. When you are going to read in the form of data frame, estimated onset date column, you can check it here. It is showing NaN, means there the value is missing. There is a no number, not a number. Here also you can see here, not a number, because we don't have a value there. So in this way you can see the data. And why it is coming like this? Because there are 38,000 rows, so it will not accommodate all the rows in a single cell. So that's the reason it is printing that. If you want, you can do one thing. You can write head function. You can try it and pass it 10. Let's see that whether it is work. So see, it is giving you 10 record only. You can see 0 to 9. If you want less than that, you can just pass 5. It will going to show you 5 record. So it is showing you 5 record starting from index 0, row number 0, row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4. So total 5 records are there. Index always going to start from 0 and it will reach to the 5 or 4. So here, how many value you will pass? You will get n minus 1 rows. So 6 you are passing. You will get 6 rows only. The index will be n minus 1. Here we pass 6. It means that so you will get a rows from 0 to 5. Total 6 rows you will get it here. So like this we work. Now, if you want to print it in another format, you can print like this also. Print fold data. It will give you suggestion. If any function is not clear, take the cursor above it. So you will get the complete detail. Run it. How to run this? You can run in this way. So here you can see that the 38,203 rows and 22 columns. So there are two ways of printing. Either you can just type the variable name and run it, or you can just print variable name and you can just click on this arrow function. So once you click on this, it will going to print that. Now we're going to do some more operation in this project. This project is basically to just understand the data, to see the data. So with the help of Python programming, you can perform the operation of concatenation, which is very difficult to do normally, right? So in this way, I've shown you how you can read a different data, how you can concatenate it, how you can see the number of rows and column, how you can analyze the data. And when you want to do the, so you can run this function also, full data dot describe function. This describe function will give you the complete detail about this data set. So as I run this describe function, it is giving me the total number of rows, the mean value of any column, standard deviation of column. Okay, so in that way it is showing me. So when you are going to run describe function, just pass 10 here. Let's see that if you pass 10, whether it works or what. So it is not accepting 10. So here by default, it will going to show you only for the 4 column. These are some mathematical operation. Number of rows, mean of that column, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum value, 25 percentile of the data is what? 25 percentage of this data, 50 percentage of this total data, 50 percentage of 37,000 is something around this one. 75 percentage is how much? Means out of the total record, which is 38,000, how much is the 25% record, 50% record, 75% record? What is the maximum value in that? And in most of the column, we have a NaN. That is the reason these all operations are unable to work on some specific column. So I hope you are clear how to do the analysis of the data, how to read a different file, how to combine the file, how to concatenate the file. Here we are concatenate the different file, raw1, raw2, raw3. Then we are checking the number of rows in column. We are able to see the data so that we can get more clarity and better picture on the data, what kind of values the column is holding. Because when you see in the Excel sheet, you won't be able to see clearly all the record. But when you read in the form of data frame, you can read the whole record very clearly, and wherever the missing value are there, it will going to show you NaN. So I hope it is clear to you how to do the analysis of the data on any case study with the help of some function, describe function, head function, shape function, to get some understanding about the data, how the data looks, how to read the data in the form of data frame. All these things I have made clear here. So we're going to meet in our next video with some more stuff on the Python. Till then, bye.